Hey everyone, Mike Batista here from the Johns Hopkins University and a member of the Smartphone Physical team, which will be presenting an exhibit this year at TEDMED 2013. I wanted to take the chance to talk about and demo some of the devices that we'll be showing at TEDMED this year. So here I have the iSpO2 Pulse Oximeter from Masimo, so let's take a look at what came in the box. First we have the quick reference guide, the operator's manual, and this nice carrying case, inside of which we have our device. The two important components of the device are the finger clip and the connection for our iPhone. Now note that I'm using an iPhone 4. With the iPhone 5 switched to the Lightning port, the iSpO2 Pulse Oximeter is not compatible with that device. So the application now that I'll be using with this device in our TEDMED Smartphone Physical folder is the Masimo iSpO2 application, which is available for free download. Now we don't actually need to open the application, we just simply need to plug in our device. And we are now prompted to open the appropriate application, the Masimo iSpO2 module. And so here we go, the sensor is turning on, connecting to the application. And now it's going to prompt me to place the sensor properly, which I'm going to do onto my pointer finger, nice and snugly in the finger clip. Now we're looking for a pulse. There it is. And so the first value which just popped up is the perfusion index. And this perfusion index is really a ratio of the pulsatile to non-pulsatile flow, which is giving us a sense of the strength of my pulse at the sensor. And so what this is used for is kind of assessing how good the oxygen saturation calculation is. Now in general, higher perfusion index is better. The great thing about the Masimo device is that it's designed so that even at low perfusion indices, we have a very good calculation of the oxygen saturation. And so you can see here that all three devices are now visible. At the top, we have the one that we care about the most for this device, which is the saturation of peripheral oxygen. And this is really looking at the amount of hemoglobin protein in my red blood cells and using that as a measure of the oxygen saturation. The second value is the pulse rate in beats per minute, and at the bottom we have the trace from the sensor. Now some of the features here, looking at the history, we have basically a time course of my oxygen saturation and pulse rate. And you can see that that is in real time. Now the options here give me the ability to look and learn more about exactly what the values that this device is recording. So some educational material here. In addition, if I want to take the data that I'm recording and save it or analyze it later, I can email it to myself with this option here. So looking back, the trace is still going, my oxygen saturation and pulse rate. And back on the main screen, we still have those three values, oxygen saturation, pulse rate, and perfusion index with the trace at the bottom. And so there you go. That is the Masimo iSpO2 Pulse Oximeter.